Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here, and I'm so honored that you're here joining me on this channel. My name is Lauren, and I'm healing my chronic fatigue and adrenal fatigue through mind, body, and spiritual practices that I've discovered actually work for me, actually heal me. It has taken me so long and so much trial and error to figure out these tools, to figure out the things that I'm sharing on this channel that are working for me and have worked for me. I've healed so much I can't even describe, and it's so exciting to me because these answers, I have not found these answers anywhere else. And if you're struggling with adrenal fatigue or chronic fatigue, I know you're searching for answers. And these, my answers that I have discovered, might be possibly helpful to you. They might be some of your answers. So I developed chronic fatigue 10 years ago and the last 3 years of that, I had severe adrenal fatigue where I became very severely debilitated. And the desperation that comes from being debilitated is really profound. I mean, if you have these illnesses, you know what it feels like to go from doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor, and this type of doctor and that type of doctor. You start with conventional. Most people start with conventional, and they move to functional. Sometimes you go to alternative doctors. You try all kinds of things, all kinds of protocols, all kinds of supplements, different treatments, all kinds of things, and you might find a few things here or there that move the needle a little bit. But if you're like me, what you might have found is that nothing really felt like it was it. Like, I found the thing, and maybe there was hope that you had, this person could help me, or that person, or this thing, this protocol, this thing that I'm going to try could help me, could be the answer. But then you do it, and you keep going and you keep going. And what I always found is that most of these things made me actually worse. And after years and years of this, how can you not lose hope? You know, it's so painful to build up hope in something and then be so disappointed and be back in this illness alone. And that's one of the reasons I want to make this channel, is because there aren't actually that many channels with people talking about their experience with chronic fatigue and adrenal fatigue. And it's such a lonely experience. As one goal, I want to provide some kinship, I guess, in this illness as a person that's lived through this illness and really struggled for a long time. And I know so much of the pain, and all of our circumstances are different, of course, but there are some parts of this illness that you just can't escape. My heart goes out to you because if you're watching this channel, I know that you are struggling with chronic fatigue, that you have struggled at some point with chronic fatigue and adrenal fatigue, and potentially are still struggling. And you're looking for answers, because that's what we all do. As long as there's hope in us alive, we're looking for answers. And that means that there's a little part of you that knows the answer is out there somewhere. And I'm happy that you found this channel, because I think that I have found some answers that are not very commonly talked about. Honestly, I haven't found them anywhere. I feel like I've kind of figured it out by myself, even though maybe there are people out there, but I just never could find them. And what I found is that the root cause of my illnesses, my fatigue illnesses, is trauma and emotional wounds, that after living a lifetime with those wounds, my energy body became so distorted that from that emotional toxicity, that it profoundly impacted my physical body. Because the truth is, what I've discovered is true, that I didn't used to believe this, I didn't used to know this, but this illness has taught me that we are energy beings first and physical beings second. And so what I've learned in this healing journey is that when there's a symptom, the place to look first, at least for me, and this could be true for you, Just sit with the idea that what if it is? The first place to look might be your energetic body, your emotional body. Could this symptom be caused by some kind of energetic or emotional thing that's coming up and ready to heal? As I said, I started this journey, and the first 8 or 9 years were me looking for the physical causes, the chemical causes, the biological causes of this illness. And trying to understand exactly what's going on. And I got into the weeds. I really got into the weeds with it, working so hard, and I was just seeking and seeking and seeking. And if you have this illness and you're here, you know what this is like. You know, you end up having to get so much education because nobody out there can help. But here's what I've learned. That this illness, potentially for you, that one cause of this illness is emotional trauma and wounds. And I can't tell you that that is your cause, but I can tell you that it's worth looking at. It's worth looking into. Even if it's not your root cause, I can almost guarantee you that it will bring you more energy by healing these emotional wounds. Because we all have wounds and we all have trauma. It's a given in being a human being on this planet. That's what I believe. And I believe that sort of the purpose of experiencing wounds and traumas is to learn how to heal them and to discover, because when you heal them, it's this beautiful process of discovering who you truly are. You know, when we have wounds and traumas from our early life or before, it influences the entire structure of our personality and our behavior and our patterns. And so when we go back and we heal the wounds from our childhood or earlier, we can so often discover that some of the patterns and the behaviors and the thoughts and the beliefs and the ways that we are in the world aren't true to us, aren't true to who we are. And then you get this beautiful process of discovering who you truly are. And it's actually this tremendous gift to be able to discover that as an adult. When we have all these adult resources and capacities and perspectives, and we can see the beauty in things, we can really feel the beauty in what we're discovering about ourselves. I've really found that this illness and the healing of this illness has honestly been one of the best things that has happened to me. And I know that that could sound like the strangest thing that you could possibly hear. And I know that because I've been in this illness, in the depths of this illness, that feel like the worst thing that's ever happened to you. It feels like your own personal hell. And because of this illness, because of the process that I've gone through of healing these wounds and healing these illnesses, I believe that so many times we go through the darkness in order to find the light, in order to learn to seek the light. Because if we always have light, we don't have full appreciation for it. We don't have a reason to seek it. But if we have glimpses of light, but we're stuck in the dark, then we're always seeking, and we're seeking the light. And I think that's an important concept for healing this illness. So on this channel, I am sharing with you the tools and the things that I've learned, the huge takeaways that I have learned from healing this illness. And to be honest with you, my adrenal fatigue is not there anymore. It's not an issue for me. I really feel like my adrenals are healed in so many ways. My chronic fatigue is so vastly healed. And the truth is, I only get chronic fatigue symptoms when I get triggered by something or some new wound is coming up to surface. And when my defenses block that energy from coming up because of patterns we learned as children, that's when I get the symptoms return. But by and large, my illnesses are healed, and this is not from any supplements, any equipment, any protocols, anything. I have learned these tools of calming the nervous system and tools of healing the emotional body, and doing it by ourselves, for ourselves. In so many ways, this process of healing adrenal fatigue and chronic fatigue is about self-empowerment and learning the way that we need to live in the world for us. How to truly take care of ourselves and our souls the way that we need to be taken care of. Not the way that the outside world tells us to take care of us, ourselves. The way we need. And I talk about all the tools that I've used to do that. And the tools that I'm still learning. When I learn new tools, I share them. I share them with you. And I don't hold anything back. I want to share everything with you that I've learned. And so if this resonates with you, if you think that there's a possibility that your chronic fatigue or adrenal fatigue could be caused, as in the root cause, or even just partially caused by emotional wounds and emotional toxicity, or if you don't and you just want to heal those things anyway, I invite you to join me. I invite you to listen to what I share and take what serves you and leave the rest, and join me on this journey of healing our old wounds that are not serving us anymore. They served us when we were small because we only had limited resources at our disposal. But they're not serving us anymore. In fact, they're holding us back, and they're harming our body. They're harming our mitochondria, and we are not able to function properly anymore. If you have adrenal fatigue or chronic fatigue, there is a giant weight on you. And that weight might be emotional. And I can't stand this idea that emotional stuff is, not a big deal. And that's going away. That's going away on this planet. Because that cannot be denied anymore. That emotional stuff, our energetic bodies and our energetic being, which emotions are part of, is huge. And actually, it's bigger than the other parts. Because our emotions are meant to be our guidepost through life. And when we're taught to suppress them, to shove them down, to not feel, to brush them away, dismiss them, and get over stuff, no. That's when toxicity happens. That's when toxicity takes hold. And when emotional toxicity happens, biological toxicity and chemical toxicity are not far behind. Because when your energetic being starts to weaken, you don't have the energy, the physical energy. You don't have literally the energy to fight. Your body systems lose energy, and you don't have the energy to fight off anything that you become exposed to. So our energetic bodies, in my opinion, are the most important bodies to take care of in conjunction with the physical body, because we all know how to take care of the physical body. But the truth is, we all have, if we're not taking care of our physical body the way that we need to, we either don't know how, because our physical body needs other things besides the things that the exercise and diet that we're taught. But it could be because we're not taking care of our spiritual body. And that has a profound impact on our ability to take care of ourselves. The wounds that we have could be the thing that's standing in your way of taking care of your physical body. But you also might not know how to take care of your spiritual body. And I give all kinds of tips on how to learn how to do that, how to read the messages from your body and start to listen. First, calm your nervous system. A crucial first step in healing these illnesses. That is the first big step. Because once you quiet the nervous system, that's when you can start to hear. You can start to hear the whispers, the prompts, the messages of where to go and what needs to heal. And we can use our own body, and you don't have to have any special powers. You don't have to be you don't have to have some special intuitive ability. We all have an ability to be intuitive. We all have those abilities, but most of us don't know how to quiet the nervous system enough and the mind enough So start listening to them, because your body will tell you what needs to heal, what emotional thing in your body, the emotions, the wounds will start coming up, and you can heal them. If you don't take anything else from this video or my channel, I want you to believe that you can heal this illness. You can heal this illness. Even if my answers, the answers that and the things that I teach on this channel and in my courses does not resonate for you, there are answers for you. There are. So never give up. Never give up. And I invite you to at least give the things that I've learned a try if you're open to it and if this resonates. So if this resonates, subscribe to my channel and come on this crazy, beautiful, transformational ride with me. And I will see you in the channel. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.